So now another thing which we are going to download is SQL Server. And for the SQL Server, we are going to download the Express Edition, which is free. So search for SQL Server Express Edition and it should tell you the latest one from the Microsoft. And let's see, does it take us to that SQL Server Express? So we have a SQL Server download of Edition, and we're going to go to the Express Edition and we are going to say download now, and it's going to download and save the file. Again, we are going to install it with the instruction. The only thing you have to remember is your desktop name and what is the Express Edition name. And one more tool which we are going to download is SQL Server Management Studio, and all the tools I'm telling you are free. So search for SQL Server Management Studio, click here. This is not the download link, so we have to go to the download link. So we got the download link. Now we are going to click on the download link. We went to SQL Server again. We are going to have SQL Server Management Studio. So this let's search it again, SQL Server Management Studio download. So we are going to reach to this link, and then if we scroll down, we have the SQL Server Management Studio download, the latest version. We can click on this. The first link, I'll show you again the first link, which is taken us to the document. In the document itself, we have the download link, and we will click on the download and download it. Again, Management Studio does not ask you much of the information other than path. SQL Server Express Edition is going to ask you couple more informations, and don't create right now the SA password. Just go ahead and go do with Windows authentication. If you have the admin permission in your machine, that should do fine with you in the complete installation. So go ahead and install these two tools, and I'm going to go to the SQL Server Management Studio and tell you what you should remember. At the end of installation, it is going to show you your machine name and your Express Edition name. It's going to give you, if it is you already have one version, or if you already find some kind of issue with that, it might create 1 2 3 4. So let me open SQL Server Management Studio and show you how to connect with SQL Server, and then we will take the next step. So open SQL Server Management Studio, and you will be able to get the name for your database, and your machine name, and followed by the slash sign and the backslash sign basically here, and the database Express Edition name. If you have more than one Express Edition, then you can actually get SQL Server Express 1 or something like that. But usually if you have only one, then it would be SQL Express only. Now, so it means your power, you can connect and check. If you are able to connect and you are able to see this database and all those, it means your installation is perfectly done. And then the next process is to create database. What we can do now is we can open the Power BI, which is recently installed, and check. So this going to be the first screen where you have this few options which will be available to you. So let it open. So once the screen, before the screen open, you will see this Power BI Microsoft logo while loading, and so that will be shown to you, and post that you will be shown a Power BI desktop with a welcome screen. So just wait for that to come up. This is the first screen which you will get. You have this get data which is available there, and from there you can do your beginning. In the screen you have this show at startup, which you can uncheck if you doesn't want it for the second time. So this will go away. So and you can cross this if you want to directly go into the Power BI desktop, and you can take the advantage of getting data there. Again, you have the option to get data. It's not that you have to get data from the setup screen only. You can actually get data after going inside to Power BI. So this is the first look, and we will continue more discussion on Power BI, and we will let you know how to work on Power BI, how to load data on Power BI. All this would be covered as part of this series. So let us begin that journey to do business intelligence using Power BI. Now, if you need help on Power BI, or something. So what you can do is you can go to Power BI community. You can search for Power BI community on Google, and once you search, you will get the link for Microsoft Power BI community. You can open that link. There are various communities available on the Microsoft Power BI community. So there are top classifications which has been done, like desktop services, report, Power Query, mobile app developers, and dex command and tips, etc. And so you can use them. Then there are galleries and all those. Most common of them is desktop, where most of the problems are posted by the users, and solutions are coming in. So you can also create a login on this website, and you need an organizational login to work on this Microsoft Power BI community. So create a login and take advantage of the community. Now, if you need support from Power BI, means you are a pro user or a premium user, and you are looking for support. Like, now the community is for basically asking your problem and getting a solution, but sometimes there is an issue in the software itself that can only be solved by support. So support, Power BI, support.powerbi.com or powerbi.microsoft.com/enus support of the particular language you have. You can search for support Power BI and you'll get that link. And usually what happens on this website, if there is some known issue, would be listed out there. Typically there is a monthly release for Power BI, and if there is some issue at that time, it would have the list of that. Other than that, you have the documentation which is available, various links for that, how to get start with Power BI desktop. You can go down there and you will find various stuff out there, the installation steps and everything which we might have shown to you. You can again get it there. But this is a comprehensive document from Microsoft, and one of the very good documentation which is available for Power BI. So go ahead and take the advantage of this documentation. Now, few other things which you can also take advantage, which are available online, is you can actually search for latest release. So for the latest release, there is a blog, and you can search for that. And once, like, typically we search Power BI, May release or something, then you will reach to that blog, powerbi.microsoft.com/enus blog, and then depending on different languages, that blog is available. So you can actually go ahead and take the go ahead and look at that particular blog there. Whatever recent releases are there, there will be a documentation around that. Other than that, Power BI communications on the various topics would be there. So like this May 21 release, you have a documentation around it, what are the new features which are available. And on side of it, you have the April release, and all those releases are available since the beginning of 2013. These kind of blogs are available. And Power BI got released in July 2015. So we can just search that and open that blog and see what was that particular blog. So this was the Power BI journal release availability today. So Power BI was internally getting developed, but generally got released on 24th July 2015. And we can go ahead and look into this one and find out what all details with Power BI has been released. So all the monthly updates are available. You can go ahead and check how Power BI grown over a period of time. See such a small blog out there where we have this little bit of information around it. So for Power BI, this blog is pretty helpful. Basically, you can look how Power BI has grown over a period of time. So particular monthly release, you can go ahead and look at it. What are the different features which has been added to it? Now what we do is we are going to search more, and you might require the previous versions. So we can search for Power BI archives and we can get the previous monthly updates. And what will happen, the monthly update would be at the end of the documentation of that monthly update. So just before the end of the April update and start of the March April, you will get the link for the March. Similarly, for February, you will have it just before the January. And Power BI is not going to give you a lot of archives at particular file, like particular place they will stop. So like you might not have for, let's say, November or October, this will stop. So there is no link would be available after particular time, 6 to 8 months only, that Power BI keeps it. Like there is no link now there for October. So it means that the monthly release is no more available there. So you have to be a bit more cautious if you are on a release which is too far away. So keep on updating, because sometime what happens, there are enhancement which has come, so you have to jump around a little bit. And so if you have not updated your software for long, you might not be able to update it in one go, and then the intermediate releases are not available with you. You might have to search for someone having that, or some third party site where all the releases are still shown. So you might have to try that out, but it's best that you keep on updating. Don't be more than 3 months behind on Power BI releases, so that you can take full advantage of those releases, feature, and all those stuff. So Power BI, this archive side is pretty good. You have details for all the releases, what are the features and everything. So that is one website you should bookmark. So support is one, community is one, archive is one, documentation is one. So these things you should be aware, and they will help you a lot whenever you need some kind of information. So in the Power BI journey, these websites will help you a lot. You can go ahead and look at the what are the features available there. You can take advantage of those features. So we will help you out, if you need more links, by providing those links in our videos. Okay, so let's say we can search for where to get help for Power BI. Okay, or what is DAX. So internet, Google is your best friend. While we will provide you the basic links for what you need, but you can go ahead and search on Google whatever you require, and you will be able to get help on those particular topics. And Power BI has a pretty good response on Google because of the lot of stuff which has been provided by various users, like blogs, videos. You have documentation around it. SQL BI had done a lot of documentation. A lot of videos are there. Cube has done a lot of those. So take the advantage of this, and we will jump back soon to Power BI. We will take you through that journey of the Power BI using Power BI desktop. Then we will move to services, and we will take up that journey, or to the various tools associated with Power BI. Like we will have a look at data flows at some instance, and we will see how can we create data flows, then take that into Power BI, and all those stuff we can do. So go ahead, install the software. You will be able to find all the details over Google. If something is getting missed out, you should be able to search how to install Power BI, where to get help for Power BI. All these things would be readily available over internet, so you don't have to bother much around all these stuff. So go ahead, try to search all those stuff, and do let us know if you need more help on this installation and everything. So let's continue this journey. Thanks for watching this video.